Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. They are old, they are not hip. They are the weird aunties that you didn't know you needed or wanted. And now, for a friendly reminder, this show is for adults. That darling DJ duo, Emmett Davenport and Lady Attercop, drink cocktails, have potty mouths, and at least one of them was raised by wolves.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it is time for the Clockwork Cabaret.
Hooray!
I am Emmett Davenport.
And I am Lady Attercop.
And we have begun filming of Lushington's Lounge. We have begun the start of spooky season.
Very excited. It's our favoritist time of the year.
It is our favoritist time of the year. These are all things that have happened since we were last with you last week, and we're very excited about it.
And we have learned that even though it's only been 5 years, I think, since the last Lushington's Lounge.
Only
5 years. 5 spry years. Some salad years. Yeah, we can't drink like we...
No. While filming Lushington's Lounge, we have discovered that 5 years is a long time in liver years.
It's a long time when you're middle-aged.
Yes, yeah.
Those 5 years you wouldn't think in the middle of your life make a huge difference.
But they do.
It turns out they do.
They do, and I don't know how we did it the last time.
We were younger then.
Well, also
sprier.
I'm not sure. Well, so we did a slightly different format, and I think we filmed each episode linearly.
Yes, we did film it. Yeah. And then we were like, wait, we don't have to do that.
We don't have to do that. We were trying something different, which may have been a mistake. So
in hindsight, may have been a mistake, but it's also not the only time that we drank 3 to 4 cocktails in a single filming, because there was at least one time where we filmed the whole first cocktail and then realized, something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Time to drink that drink again.
Yeah, that is true. And it was horrible the first time. Now we're going to do it again.
And now we're slightly drunk and have to do it.
Yes.
Does that make it better?
So I think it'll be, it's definitely a learning experience. And
it always is.
Yeah. And I hope that the show will turn out entertaining for everybody, so everyone stay tuned for that. It may take a little while for us to get all of the production stuff, because we're trying to organize multiple people's schedules, and doing this during a pandemic has also been very fun. So
and during a pandemic,
so it might be a little while before we finally release the new season, but I'm hopeful that it will be entertaining.
I can't believe that we had a version of the cocktail that we both liked. It was very good. In fact.
There's a couple cocktails that I think we may have made a horrible mistake in the fact that having an actual decent bartender might make the drinks more palatable.
Having a liquor nerd and not just us.
Yes. might make the drinks more palatable, and therefore drinkable, and may possibly not as funny as watching us be.
Oh no, the vintage version was still bad.
Yes,
so there's still that.
Yeah, there is true.
Somebody who knows about dry shaking. We're like, dry now, what now?
Well, I have to say that a lot of the recipes for the Victorian drinks were not as exact.
Oh no.
Or detailed, so
No.
I would not have known to dry shake anything.
No, no, we are not professionals.
Yeah.
We're just enthusiastic amateurs.
Yes, yeah, we like to drink.
But
is what it boils down to.
but having somebody with a wide knowledge of liquors and and that kind of and a professional palate and a lot of other good stuff did make quite a tasty difference for us.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to delve deep into the
you're gonna have to find
the
things that hurt more.
recipe.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Time to bring back the Green Russian. Oh God, no.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm curious to know how Brendan will make it taste better.
I was just gonna say, could you make this drink palpable? Is there a way?
Like, I would like to, I mean, that I feel like, or the Fallen Angel, like.
The Fallen Angel, the secret is add sugar.
Yes. Well.
Just put something sweet, simple syrup.
Anything.
The secret in the technology you seek is simple syrup.
I feel like that was totally.
Which they had in the Victorian times. They had sugar.
They don't like to put sugar in their
they love
alcohol.
To put sugar in things.
Not in their alcohol.
Not in their alcohol, because
that had sugar to begin with. That was
sugar was expensive, you know, so you couldn't afford to get wasted on sugary things.
Right.
You had to save the sugar for like Christmas.
Yes.
Or you know,
or people you liked.
Or people you like. Or you're Queen Victoria and you don't give a single fuck. You're just putting it in everything. I don't know. You've got a whole empire, baby. You've enslaved people for that sugar. You're going to drink it. She's a terrible person. She's going to burn in hell. Sorry, British listeners, but you know it's true. Like we can talk. We're from America. We're just as bad.
The only thing we liked about her was her fashion choice. Because she just wore black all the time. That's
we really felt that. Everything else. The whole, empire, Empress of India thing, a little problematic. I'm just going to say it. Queen Victoria was problematic.
That's true. A lot of historical figures were problematic.
The Victorian era in general was problematic. That whole colonization thing.
Yeah, well,
not a great look.
And in North America, not much better.
No, not any better over here.
But on the plus side, here in America, we celebrate Halloween.
That's true. We do. We do it right.
And we go whole hog about it. Or at least here in the Clockwork Cabaret, we go whole hog.
Oh no, Americans go whole hog.
I love it. It's my favorite.
I also like that the reason Halloween became such a big thing in America was because just little hoodlums were running rampant through the streets. They were like, if we give them a party, they'll calm the heck down.
We need to get them to just cool their jets.
We need to get them to cool their jets a little bit because everybody goes a little hog crazy for whatever reason on Halloween.
It's getting cool.
We just lose our little colonist minds and start setting things on fire.
Depending on where you live, the temperature has dropped a little bit. It's gotten a little cooler. You can actually be outside without melting,
and that makes you want to set things on fire
and harvest. And more than likely, you have been working to get the harvest in because this is the big canning and preparing for winter if you lived in a time period or in an area where you had to prepare for winter.
The big push before winter,
So Halloween was
we're done.
Yeah, we've wrapped everything up. We're all set to go. This is it. We're done. We're done with all of this. It's now time.
And in celebration, we're going to burn everything to the ground.
Yes.
It's
warm. It's
well, it'll be warm.
Yes.
There's that. You can't say that.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Nothing warms the cockles like a burning city.
You know what would really warm me right up? If we set the neighbor's tree on fire or their outhouse. Apparently that was a really popular ye olden days Halloween tradition, setting an outhouse on fire.
That just must have smelled terrible.
I can't imagine it smelled good. No.
Ugh,
but I guess because it was far enough away from the regular house that you weren't in danger of and it's over a pit, so it's gonna just all fall down anyway. But yeah.
But there are gases.
Yeah, no, that was
noxious gases.
And apparently, at least in New Jersey, up into the 60s, that was still a thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just like
Devil's Night.
Yeah, well,
you're
Devil's
from
Night.
New England.
I am.
Yeah.
Well,
Devil's Night.
Well, so Halloween in New England, or at least in the areas of New England that I was in, was more about the trick-or-treating and the one-upmanship of the haunted houses and
a distinct lack of fires, huh?
there wasn't so much fire. Well, also, oftentimes it was very cold and already snow on the ground. So, there was often a lot of times where the
it was too cold.
It was too cold. Like trick or treating, you had to prove you were in a costume
by flashing.
By basically flashing, unzipping your big winter coat or unbuttoning to show what your costume was really quickly, and then putting it back on because it was freezing cold.
We did that in Montana. We lived in Montana.
And it was...
Yeah, that was how you trick-or-treated. It was like, hi, I'm a princess. There it is.
Yes,
close.
Yes. Note the hat.
Yes.
Like
there's a crown on top of my baklava.
Yes, I've got baklava.
Baklava. Baklava is a delicious dessert. I'm from Florida. I've never worn a baklava in my life.
It's like, did you put baklava on your head?
If you put baklava on your head,
was that your costume?
Super warm. I went as baklava.
I mean, I once went as a sandwich, like an actual 2 pieces of bread, and I was the meat. So you know, I can't argue if you were baklava. Like,
there's so many things wrong with that statement, and they're all not appropriate for this show.
Yeah,
join us on Steampunk After Dark, where we talk about
my horrible, inappropriate costume of being a sandwich.
2 pieces of bread, and I'm the meat, baby.
It really was a costume.
I know. I believe you.
My mother made it. She used brown duct tape for the crust on the bread. She used foam.
I was just gonna say like foam core all
foam to make the bread, and she made it the bread the slice look like you know, the exaggerated cartoony bread pieces, and then she put crepe paper, a red crepe paper for tomato and green crepe paper for lettuce, and then I wore a brown leotard and stockings and ballet slippers.
You were the baloney in the middle.
I was the baloney. Yep. Oh. Yeah, the only problem was...
Your baloney had a first name, and it was E-M-M-E-T-T.
It was sadness. It was also the fact that, like, I think I was like 9 or 10 when she did this, and... I think I won best costume at the costume party that I went to. The only problem was that if I had to use the restroom, it wasn't super easy.
Bread was not conducive.
No, so I had to flop onto the floor and then slide out of it, and then put the bread up against the wall so it would stay safe and not be in anyone's way, and then run to the restroom. It was very awkward.
Kind of the lesson we relearn every
is
New
that
Year's
complicated
Eve.
Costumes
when we have to pee while DJing. Yeah. Oh no, why did I do stockings and a corset? Oh no,
this was a mistake. Yes, yeah. No, it is definitely it is a lesson that I have been learning my whole life.
Uh-huh. And yet here we are.
We still
this
do it.
New Year's Eve, we're going to be in Saxabaugh again, and I guarantee one or both of us will be wearing something
that's not easy to take off if we have to run to the restroom. It's
non-conducive to going pee.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised at all.
I know how our track record runs.
Yeah. It's
like, put on the Mariner's Revenge. It's 9 minutes long. I have to pee.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be. I'm gonna go. Wish me luck.
What other songs do we have that's really long?
Yeah, and I've had many Halloween costumes where the costume changing or getting out in and out of it is not great. So it's like, I just live in this from now on. This is not, or it requires a second person to help me because there was a zipper there's like
ties.
The most wrong place.
It's safety pinned. In my case, it's safety pinned together.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Safety pinned to foundation garments.
I thought these shoes were a good idea because they matched the outfit, but they are not.
Yeah, no.
Also a popular subgenre. The shoes seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh yeah, that's always a costume.
That's also at the goth club.
Yes.
It's everybody's creeper boots on the sides of the dance floor.
Yes, because they've taken them off because they're very attractive shoes, not great for dancing.
No, and hey, if you put holes in that fishnet, just makes it more goth.
Yeah.
Even better.
Exactly. Speaking of that, let's get to the music because that's why we're all here.
There was a bee, a pretty little bee. I see why you might choose it. I'd rather have a madman wasp, 'cause he plays all the music.
Choose the Madman Wasp. He plays all the music.
Won't you take me to Spooky Town? Won't you take me to Spooky Town?
I guess instead of like
me to
woo, instead of like
oh yes, I guess.
Won't you take me to
Woo, Spooky Town? And then, see, there's my parody. It's my parody of Funky Town.
It's very good.
Lips Incorporated is gonna come for me.
They haven't come for me all of the different times I've sung songs poorly on this show. I think you're safe.
That's good.
Get us kicked off Spotify again. Oh no! So I have an idea.
Yes. What?
So you know how there's always like sexy versions of things for Halloween, right? Sexy dinosaur.
Are we gonna be a sexy lady
sexy
Attercop?
frog. I mean, it's put me in fish. What would that costume be? Me in fishnets?
I guess. I don't know.
And
no,
heels?
someone else would have to dress as
Someone
you.
dressed like me, but actually know how to be sexy.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It can't be done.
Takes away the whole root of the
Sexy
costume.
Mothman. You know.
Yeah.
Sexy lamp. All the top sexy costumes.
There's a sexy lamp.
Yes, it's called. It's a prestigious award.
Oh, that seems upsetting.
That's for Christmas.
Oh. Oh yes, the Christmas story.
So
sexy
instead of
lamp.
it's Christmas. You know.
Okay.
The heartwarming Christmas tale.
I had to think about
Sexy lamp. Everyone's favorite Christmas movie. Instead of sexy versions, what if we Stephen King'd things?
Oh.
So you took things that aren't normally scary and you made them super spooky.
Isn't that what Doctor Who does?
It could also be Doctor Who, yeah.
Like here's
you Doctor Who it.
I can't ever look at a snowman again. Or those angel sculptures anywhere anymore because they terrify me.
Morning statues.
Yes. They just make me upset.
Because I'm gonna go into this graveyard and I'm gonna die.
Well, yes, and don't blink because now they're terrible things. Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it was all food mascots that I was thinking of. Oh, scary Gordon's fisherman. He fishes for blood. Or soul.
Or your mortal soul.
Or Orville Redenbacher's here to pop your brains. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this is getting at the terrifying.
No. Would it be? What else would there be?
Like Ronald McDonald is already terrifying.
Yeah.
Certain things are already. Wendy's already scary. That's 5 seconds away from being a clown or a killer little girl with a big knife.
Yes, that is true. But like Marie Callender.
Marie Callender. Your time is up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she makes pot pies, so I imagine some sort of like
bloody pot pie.
Yes, or like you know, like Hansel Gretel witch kind of thing.
Yeah,
going
it's like
on.
a little 1950s housewife. Yes, but what's that in the pie? It's an
eye. Yeah, make pies with little legs sticking out of them.
That's a good idea, actually. I'm gonna write that down.
Like children. I've made a children pot pie.
And you cackle.
Yes.
Marie Callender is secretly a witch. That's why her pot pies are so delicious. Do they make anything other than pot pies? These are all very American centric.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Translating to our other listeners.
I don't know a lot of other areas like food mascots.
Mr. Biscuit Man, the famous British biscuit.
Is there a Mr. Biscuit Man?
Sure.
Oh, you're making this up. Jammy Dodgers.
But horror!
But horror.
Jammy Dodgers with a knife. What about, I don't know, canned beans, but death. All right, I didn't think this through before I came to the table with these Halloween design thoughts.
I mean, you could just do a line of non scary, completely mundane Halloween costumes, like a can of beans.
It just could be a can of beans to go with your sandwich.
Yeah.
Instead of a sandwich,
bangers and mash. There you go.
Instead of being a sandwich, you could be beans on toast this year.
There you go. Yes, there you go. Egg breakfast. An egg in a window.
Egg in a window.
Monday. It's a very like Pablo Neruda Halloween.
That's right.
I say that because Pablo Neruda wrote a poetry book of like ordinary things, and it was actually one of my favorites. But it's very like, this is weird. You wrote a poem to a chair, a table, a window.
Be a window for Halloween.
Yeah, there you go. Or a sexy window.
Or a sexy window. Or a murderous window.
A sexy window, you would then have drapes.
Oh.
So that
and then you could part them.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course fishnets, because every sexy costume has to have fishnets.
Yeah, and if you're a murder window, then it would be red, dripping with blood.
or you pull you pull the drapes aside, and there's the murderer.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Murder window. Murder window is going to be my next book novel.
Yes. The murder. I see a window, and there was a murder, or it was more of like the window itself commits the murder.
It's the murder itself commits the murder.
The murder itself.
The murder itself is a window.
Yes.
The window is a portal into another realm, and then a ghost comes out through the window and kills you.
Oh, all right. Ooh.
It's like The Ring.
It's very deep.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like The Ring, but a window. Instead of a VHS tape, it's a window that's going to kill you.
Oh, all right. There you go. And it will never lock, but it's always stuck for some reason.
Yeah, it's a lot less threatening when the ghost can't get the window open because the jam.
Someone painted it shut.
It's painted shut. No,
not the murder window.
That's something a lot less terrifying. That's like in every haunted house thing. The windows are always screwed shut.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Well, that also seems like a fire hazard.
Also, if there's a ghost in your house, don't you want to be able to escape through the window?
You would think
so.
Like,
why are you screwing the shut? Why are you trapping yourself inside with the ghost?
Also, I don't know if these people understand the nature of a window.
Yeah.
Because it's glass. You could just break it. Like, there is no...
Yeah,
it's
not a real... And if it's a ghost, is the glass gonna is the window stopping it?
No.
It's not a vampire. It doesn't have to ask permission. It's already in your house.
Right.
It's there.
It's haunted.
It's haunted. The house is haunted.
Wait.
Maybe the ghost
is the ghost the one who screwed the window shut?
So
is it a ghost carpenter?
I would say, so a ghost is every crappy landlord I've ever had. Oh my gosh, all those apartments were haunted.
Suddenly it explains so much.
That's why the roof leaked. Oh, it was ghost water. It was ghost rainwater that was leaking through my roof.
If there's a death in the house in the apartment, they get a bonus.
There was definitely some deaths in those apartments.
Was it because of the screwed in windows?
I mean, possibly. Also, possibly well, at least the fire alarm didn't work. Ask me how I know.
There was a fire
apartment on Halloween, actually.
Oh, good. So it was Devil's Night.
Yeah, my own personal Devil's Night that caused by my cat.
Oh,
you know how they tell you not to leave a tea light unattended?
There's a reason.
And you think to yourself, how can a tea light start a fire? Spoiler, a tea light can totally start a fire.
Also, mostly because your cat
knocked something into the tea light, which then caught fire, and then made the table that the tea light was sitting on catch fire.
Oh, yeah.
So small fire caused large fire. It's apparently how fires work.
That is how fires work.
Yes.
I believe there was an episode of the IT Crowd where, at a sea park.
Yeah, at a sea park.
Fire. How can there be a fire at a sea park?
Fun fact, if you smother a fire with a towel, it will put the fire out. But then once you remove the towel from where the fire was, the towel will then catch on fire because you've reintroduced oxygen.
Yes.
That's also, I know that one.
I'm gonna.
Oh, now this towel's on fire and it's in my hands. But it's spooky because it was on Halloween.
The science.
Yeah. You know, there's nothing more terrifying than knowledge.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we don't have a lot of that.
No, not in our country. And we hate science here. We hate science and vaccines and keeping people from dying. You know, for Halloween.
Guess there'll just be a lot of ghosts.
We're gonna end up with this is how we end up with a zombie apocalypse. I
Oh.
always thought those movies were so,
I don't know. I read some papers from actual real scientists, and they actually said that a zombie apocalypse would last 2 weeks.
Oh, because all of the carrion animals would eat.
And microscopic
And
organisms,
bugs.
and because our ecosystem, our biosystem is designed to eradicate that kind of thing. So
Vultures would have
Yes.
and there's a lot of vultures in this part of the country. They have a real good 2 weeks.
yeah, I think we're okay. I mean, it might be a little harrowing for 2 weeks, but
It would definitely be Well, no, because we've already proven that we can't lock anything down for 2 weeks at a time in order to save ourselves.
well,
So, it would just keep... The zombie apocalypse would have been contained 2 weeks ago, but it just keeps reinfecting and hot spots keep popping up.
well, that's because humans are terrible.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
That's the real apocalypse. It's not that all the zombies come out at once. It's that they just reinfections just keep happening because people
Yeah.
won't stay put for 2 weeks and wait it out. Not that that has any basis in real life at all. No, no, this is totally a fictional thing we're talking about.
We're not harbingers of doom or anything.
Gosh. Let's go back to talking about murder windows. That was more fun
murder
than real
windows.
life.
I like murder windows.
What about a murder
that's,
drawer?
That's a murder drawer. All the knives are facing the wrong direction. You open it and you're like, ah!
I think I saw that in a horror movie, actually. They opened the drawer and all the knives stood up and then flew.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Wasn't that in Carrie?
I don't know. I never watched Carrie.
Okay.
I don't like horror movies.
You've never watched Carrie?
No, it was too realistic. Too.
The movie about the psychokinetic fire starter.
know,
Other than that part.
the weird person that's being singled out by
the
everybody else.
bullying.
Yeah, the
The
bullying.
bullying was pretty accurate in that movie,
Yeah,
yes.
like I don't need to see that.
And the child abuse was also
Yes.
fun.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
No. How about... That's why I always liked the Friday the 13th movies. There's not really any plot. It's like, watch this big dumb zombie murder some obnoxious kids. Hooray!
I'm just not really great on the gore and I'm not good with gore.
Yeah.
Like I can watch a supernatural movie, like TV show or anything like ghost
children tapping at the windows.
Yeah, like I I can handle those things just fine. It's the like slasher films and then like the I don't know, there's just something
Visceral about the viscera.
Yeah, I know that it's completely and totally fake, and I know that rationally
Yes.
it is not. It's
Jason
not,
is not going to come for you in the night.
Yeah. I think it bothers me a lot. I think a large part of that is because I was traumatized by Tales from the Dark Side. And The Stuff. As a
Oh yeah,
child.
we've discussed your love of The Stuff.
Yeah, I hate that movie so much. But Tales of the Dark Side was also one of the things that a family member liked to terrify me with horror things, because he just thought it was the funniest thing. That my visceral reaction was like to hide under a chair and go,
it was like
I
literal...
don't want to watch this.
Oh, so you mean child abuse?
Yes,
you
yeah.
know, good old-fashioned 1980s child
Well, he was
abuse.
also a child himself, but so my stepbrother, he was lovely.
Wow, that's just normal brother behavior.
Yes, I feel like that's just normal. But here, I discovered something that you hate. we're gonna watch it. Here you go.
That's probably why I don't have a problem with it. I had 3 brothers. I could show no fear.
Yeah, that's true.
Fear is a little mind killer.
Oh, and that brings us to the end of the show.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, we talked about some murder windows. We talked about some Halloween things.
We
upsetting costumes.
Upsetting costumes. We got our quota in of upsetting costumes. Send us, if you would like to send us your best idea for a sexy and or horror costume.
Yeah, please do. You can email us at clockworkcabaret@gmail.com. Also, if you have any music suggestions for October's spooky music extravaganza, because we like to do that, you can
hit us up on social media. We're at most places at Clockwork Cabaret with the O removed in work. And if you forget all that because you're not really writing it down, just go to agonyauntstudios.com, and there you will find our Patreon, our coffee, our social media stuff, all the good things.
And remember, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And they are Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do,
it's love.
Diamond Lights Express with me, Mark Taylor. Broadcasting once a month, Wednesday evenings, 8 p.m. here on Mad Wasp Radio.
Why do we always come here?
I guess we'll never know.
It's like a kind of torture
To have to watch the show.
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational